Why you wanna shake that thing? Tell me, woman, why you wanna shake that thing? Why you wanna shake that thing? 'Cause when you do what you do, Lord, don't you know what it does to me? Why you wanna wiggle around, baby? Why you wanna wiggle around? Tell me, woman, why you wanna wiggle that thing around, baby? Why you wanna wiggle around? 'Cause when you do what you do, Lord, don't you know what it does to me? I said, honey, shake your money maker for all the free world to see. I said, you sure been blessed by heaven above, so honey, stand a little closer to me. Oh, no. What's to the right? I said, shake it, baby, shake it all night, no, no. Shake it,
Out of time, my car won't crank. Computers crashed, I'm overdrawn at the bank. Cutting my power and the house rent's due. Woman left me for a drummer with a bigger shoe. Everywhere I look, where my world keeps coming unglued. Have another bowl, drink another brew. Gonna play Elvis singing Don't Be Cruel. Take all the cats in D.C. and put them on a boat and shark infested waters full of plug and seal floats. 'Cause it don't matter what party that you choose, they don't give a damn about me and you. Everywhere we turn, well, the middle class keeps getting screwed. Gonna have another bowl, drink another brew, play my harp till my lips turn blue. music is what's on your menu. There's two things in my diet that's gonna rule. Gonna have another bowl, drink another brew. Gonna play this thing till I break a string or two. Whether you're a Christian, Muslim, or Jew, killing for religion, well, it just ain't cool. The whole world's gone crazy and there ain't nothing I can do. Gonna have another bowl, drink another brew. Gonna play my harp till my lips turn blue.
Has been an awakening. Have you felt it? He's coming back.
I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me.
He's coming back.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
He's coming back for you and for me. The dark side. And the light.
Backstage with AJ Blues. The show most watched by SLED, Lexington County Major Crimes Unit, and Town of Lexington Police Department. And now the one you have been waiting for, the scourge of the music industry, the Vince McMahon of the blues. You can block him, but you just can't stop him from getting through. The one, the only, AJ Blues.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, AJ Blues. Welcome to Backstage with AJ Blues, live on Ustream.tv. That is correct. Now, some of y'all were privy to some information I let out this week about some changes coming up. It was not made extremely public. It was made privy to friends in the Facebook list. Basically, excuse me, our time with Ustream is coming to an end. They are changing their business focus, and we were alerted that August 1st it would be over as far as our partnership goes with them. Of course, we can always stay on, but we're going to have to pay a lot higher rates and so forth. And right now, that's just not feasible. And, well, we've kind of been, for a few years, I mean, since they started first making some changes with the archives, we've been looking at other things. And is he talking to himself? Yeah, he's talking to himself. Okay. Oh, I'm checking on Gene. And so, I mean, we have looked at other platforms, and I just haven't found anything that I liked. And Ustream was really perfect for us, a perfect fit. We networked with other stations on Ustream. That's how we met people in the Philippines and other areas, and our show gets sent to them, and we would share theirs as well. So August 1st is when they state that we'll end our partnership. But I'm not wanting to fall into lines like that. We'll probably end the partnership before then, just because. A lot of other things have been going on, as you know, with our fight. We did get in touch with one of the extortionists over the kidnapping and how they're trying to bill. We released that this week. What was it? Dina Dixon over at Department of Mental Health. The bill that they sent us from Bryan Center. That thanks to some asshole hacking and causing a lot of ruckus. Of course, I went through the whole arrest bit and then went through a traumatic deal with the hospital, and then being sent to the Bryan Center for more trauma. And that's not something I'm going to, I'm not ever going to forget, and I'm never going to forgive. And if I ever find those people, persons responsible for doing the hacking, I'm going to see to it that they get the same experience and then some. I think it's only fair. And, some of the other side effects that happened there with that is, we received letters of trespass notice from the town of Lexington and the Lexington Chamber. And if you read this bullshit, I mean, that's exactly what it is bullshit. How they dictate all this stuff that you cannot do. And even if you need police assistance or court assistance with the town of Lexington, they went through and typed up this nice little letter with all that stuff. And it was signed by Britt Poole, town administrator of town of Lexington. And it was copied to Sheriff Kuhn and Chief Terrence Green. This was illegal. This week, one of the town attorneys alerted my attorney that it was illegal. That they knew that they could not do that. But yet they did that. And that they were going to copy everyone on this letter, everybody involved with this letter, and let them know that there are no restrictions on me. It's funny how this thing is worded, too. It says, over the past, this was dated March, and it said over the past 18 months. The reason that I was on notice was because of my behavior in the town of Lexington over the past 18 months. I haven't done anything in the town of Lexington in the past 18 months except follow up on cases, get reports. I did a campaign function. Nothing out of hand, nothing, the rest of the time I would be at home, and that is not in the town limits. But what I don't get, all right, this is illegal. Okay, they did it anyway. They just now get around to saying that they knew they couldn't do it, but they did it anyway. Okay, who goes after them for that? If they break the law, who does that? I mean, they broke the law. They violated rights on a public building, public property. Who takes care of that is my question. It shouldn't have to be me and my attorney. I mean, do I look like I'm wearing a badge? So where are the charges against them? I want to know where all that is. I mean, come on. Where are the charges against them for pulling this? What do they get? Now, they know I want a letter stating this. I have not received it yet. And I believe that was Wednesday that this discussion was made. So, towards the end of the day, Wednesday. So, give them Thursday to mail it. Get it mailed. I would have given Friday and Saturday. I mean, it's right down the road. How long does it take to get the letter? So, this whole thing has been such a farce. And there's some things still yet to come because let's see, another contact was made with my attorney from someone from the sheriff's department about a post, which I find interesting. Now, I want to know if it's the fact that they saw the post or if someone complained about the post, because it makes a big difference if somebody complained about the post. And there's a very good reason why it would make a big difference if somebody complained about the post. Just like a few other posts out there, I'm just waiting to see if somebody complains about. Why, do you ask? I'm sure it's not hard to figure out. How about the fact that the posts are locked and only one person can see them? Unless somebody has gotten administrative use of the account, which we know law enforcement is in the accounts. So, and we know that they were in Twitter before this thing happened in March. So is it somebody in law enforcement doing something? If it's somebody else that's complained, then I would like to know how they got access to it. Because clearly it shows that they're doing something that they shouldn't have been doing in the first place. That's right. Not all my posts are public. Some of them are there just to see who is in my page. Now you know. Now you know I set a trap to try to find out who is getting into my accounts. And I think it's high time that more review gets done on who's complaining, because I don't know who they are. I'm not privy to all that information, but I know there's something stinky in this from day one. Especially whenever, I went on TV, did the TV interview with Greg Adeline and let him know about Twitter. Compromised. You want to contact me, go to Facebook or my phone. And yet we still had a Twitter problem. I think by now those people realize that they're screwed on that now, because I don't do Twitter. And I think everybody freaking knows it now. How about get me the complainant that has anything to say, and then let's check their records. Let's check them out. Yeah, I've been quiet for the past couple of days. We've been doing a good run on the Facebook. Been entertaining a lot of people and then putting out some political, truth and stuff. And going along from there. So, we've, last week we put out the call, we put out the Friday the 13th stuff. We put out, not all the Friday the 13th, but we put out the call with Susan Harris, who admitted that she has to sit down with someone in order to determine anything, but she had never met me. And she signed off on putting an order against me so I could be taken to the funny farm. And everybody was hoping that I would stay there. But I fought like hell to prove my case. And this was this was the state overseeing this. So I've proven my case to the state, and we still got more to go, apparently. And it's the same subject. There's going to be other things released this week. Freedom of information, because the public has the right to know. It was obtained through the Freedom of Information Act, and it will be released to the public. The absurdities and claims against me that really make no sense, and yet still got gobbled up in court. Clearly a violation. But still, because there is no such thing as a fair trial when you're pointing out all the corruption. And no, this was not a trial I'm referring to. It was more of a hearing. The trial is still coming. And that is where I've supposedly threatened people. People that weren't on my radar whatsoever, that had nothing to do with what I was working on, because the only people that I was after were candidates for House District 69 and trying to educate the people on the corruption. And how can you go after the corrupt when you have people that are involved with the corrupt going up for the vote? It just doesn't work that way. So, oh Lord, let's see. So I know that we're being listened to closely. So I want to once again remind, who are the complainants on anything with the Facebook lately? Because, like I said, you need to pay close attention to what you're looking at. because there is a little telltale sign there. And if it has a padlock on it, it was only for my eyes only, or whoever has administrative access to that page. So if somebody's complained about it, that means, and they were not me, and they're not law enforcement,